Hi, my name's Taylor,
And I'm Quincy.
and we started the Green Journal Project.
Okay, so to kick start it off, when Taylor and I were brainstorming ideas for a program like Eli, we were both feeling really inspired by our lifelong love for the outdoors and our desire to learn about nature therapies. So we wanted to turn those two things into a feasible project.
Yeah. So, both journaling and spending time in nature are activities that allow us to connect with ourselves and connect with the environment around us. So, our project aims to create a space that allows people to relax and de stress outside and also have the opportunity to learn about various grounding techniques like meditation and journaling and yoga.
So when constructing our actual project, we had to make three different goals. And in the beginning, our huge mountaintop goal, if you could wish anything that you wanted, we just wanted to create an initiative that influenced tons of people to feel deeply connected to the outdoors and everything that it brings and just practice that. So then when we were constructing it down to our SMART goal back in the fall, it was to host monthly workshops in various nature-based locations throughout Santa Barbara that does activities that would provide students with the resources and the materials to practice outdoor grounding. So then, as the year went on and our project developed and things started to kick into action, we revised this project goal to create a welcoming community by hosting weekly journaling at the park and then one workshop every month with a guest speaker leading a grounding technique, and then to eventually connect with health and wellness to implement a long-term and established program at UCSB.
So, during the beginning of the development of our project, we interviewed many potential guest leaders and mentors in different fields like environmental science, education, clinical psychology, and nature therapy. And we also did lots of advertising. So, we tabled at the Arbor and spoke in lots of different classrooms like Campbell Hall. And we posted on Instagram and we worked with AS Program Board to email every student at UCSB.
Yes, the marketing lasted through the entire year pretty much.
Yes, so this was the beginning of it. It was super
Yeah.
fun.
So our first Kickstart event happened in February. It was a lot of fun. We had a guest speaker come and talk to us. She is named Cimbria Coltis, and she is a clinical psychologist and also a nature therapist. So she kind of just talked about her experience, obviously, in that field and the benefits of nature journaling. And then she led us in a little meditation, but it was awesome for her to be there because she helped us establish a little bit of credibility in what our mission is and what our goal is with all of her experience. And then, so for this event, we passed out our first round of all of our fun materials, like journals. I have one right here.
Yes.
We had a big batch of journals, a bunch of different types of art supplies, and we got catered food for all of our people that stopped by. And then for this event, we probably had around 50 people flowing through, and then 35 people stayed. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And every Monday at 5 p.m., we had our weekly journaling sessions, always at Sea Lookout Park to establish consistency and help build the community. And at these events, we had free journals and snacks, and sometimes we had student led meditations, which was super awesome. And it was super fun every week.
So then another bigger event that we had was another meditation with the same psychologist, Cimbria. She led us in a different exercise. We continued to have our same journaling materials. And then here we got some treats from a student led or from a student with a beautiful cupcake business. And yeah, we also collaborated with one of our Eli classmates to help make some content for her art gallery. And here we had around 25 people stay for a meditation and to make art into journal.
Yeah. And our next event was a yoga collab with AS Mental Health Chairs. And we also collabed with our Eli classmates to provide sustainable refills and have tea sticks. And at this event, we also had Yetz's Bagels catered, which was super awesome. And we had about 60 people that stopped by for free bagels and free journals. And about 25 people stayed for yoga.
And then later on that weekend, we continued to market ourselves at Concert for the Coast, which is a huge event that the Surfrider Foundation puts on. And it was a lot of fun to just continue to give out all of these awesome materials and put our face to our name and to market our mission. And I think at this point in the year, we had passed out probably over 250 journals that we were able to get from our grant money. So it was a lot of fun to see everyone's excitement over it.
Yeah. Um, so the biggest thing and most valuable thing I think we both took away was that communication is so incredibly
Yep.
important, and as well as reaching out for help. We learned a lot about how to hold each other accountable and communicate with each other. It's just something we're going to always be working on, but this really pushed us to do. And we also learned about how to work with other organizations and professionals with similar goals and how to communicate very often to ensure that our goals are actually being accomplished.
Yeah, what I'll touch on is that I don't think I was really expecting to learn such a huge learning curve about the fact that asking for help is like definitely more of a powerful thing than something that makes you seem weak because I just both Taylor and I learned that it's super beneficial to like have a close relationship with our professor or with our mentor and just all types of like reaching out to other projects or companies just to like convey our message and our goal. We learned that like sharing other people's products and ideas and recommendations kind of just like made us into better leaders and made our project more successful and more collaborative. Like just kind of the bigger the better. It was a lot of fun. And then obviously like Eli as a program definitely teaches you adaptability. So we kind of were just forced to see what was realistic from our goals and what wasn't. And it definitely pushed us to like shape shift and take new paths and try to be more creative with what our project can look like. And also, Green Journal Project obviously includes a lot of creativity, whether it's marketing for different people that are interested in different aspects or maybe creating a logo or creating an art incentive. It was a lot of fun to learn how to be creative.
And our vision for the future, we have so many ideas about how we can continue with this project. And our three main goals right now are these bullet points, but we're right now working with health and wellness to try to establish a permanent program. And we're working with one of the psychiatrists there named Edwin Feliciano, who's on board with helping us establish this program. And our vision is to have mental health interns that are in charge of leading and organizing the logistics around the program for the guided journal sessions. And then we will also be involved with the brainstorming and creative aspects of the project, which we're really excited about. And we also want to continue to work with the AS mental health chairs to hold events together because they have lots of funding and they're really excited to host fun catered events, which is awesome. And lastly, we're working with psychologist Cimbria Coltis, who was our guest leader at a couple of our events, and she has a nonprofit, so we're working with her to try to host monthly nature journaling workshops for young adults, which would be super awesome.
So I think that's it on our content, but thank you so much for listening.
And thank you so much to all of our classmates and Erica and mentors. It was such an amazing experience, and we're so grateful for all of the people that we got to meet.
And sign up for Eli if you're considering it.
Do it.
Thank you.